Hey guys, welcome back. John here with another Sudoku. And as always, let's just get right into it. So starting with ones, trying to narrow down ones to any squares. Again, if you have any questions about why I have annotated the way I have or made any decisions, let me know down in the comments and just send me a timestamp and I'll go ahead and answer the question for you. Why I ruled out a square or narrowed it down or whatever. I know sometimes I'm moving pretty quick, especially if you're a beginner, which I am too on many levels. So instead of wasting time on the video explaining some of these things like this, then I like to do it in the comments. So go ahead and leave me a comment if you have any questions. Other than that, let's keep going. Okay, a 3 can't live in the middle there, so that's got to be a 3. That means a 3 lives up there. Threes live one of those two squares. I got a little carried away there. Let's see fours. Can we get anything with fours? There we go. Fours and fours live there. Ah, look, this row here has 6, so there can only be 3 numbers here. What are we missing? 4, 5, 6. So there's a 4 there, so that means that's either a 5 or a 6. There's a 6 here, so that's either a 4 or a 5, and that could be a 4, 5, or a 6. So look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on top can only be 7, 8, or a 9. So 7, 8, 9, and there's an 8 there. So that cannot be an 8. So I like those because you know what lives on each line within this little area. So let's just keep going. Let's keep going with fours if that's where we were. Okay, nothing left. Fives have to live on top over there. Can they live anywhere else? Sixes. Sixes must live on that side. So 6 is here, 6 in the middle here. So we know that's a 6 on top. And now we know that's a 5, and we know that's a 4. And we know a 4 is there, and since one of those was a 5, we know a 5 is there. We know 5s live there. Let's see, what else can we get from any of this information? Ah, these 6s interact in a way where that's a 6. That means a 6 has to live there. That means there's 6s on the bottom here. That means that cannot be a 6. That means the 6 lives right there. I see you. I see you, 6. Okay, 7's here. 7's definitely on the top there. So 7 must be on the bottom here. And it can't be here because of that 7. So that is not a 7, but the 7 lives here. 8s. Anything from 8s. Ah, 8s can't be there. So 8s have to be here. And that's also where the 6s have to be. So the 4 cannot live in those squares. That means the 4 lives there. I see you. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Missing a 5. And this is 6, 8 combo, so a 5 has to live in that square. A 5 has to live in one of these two squares. A 5 has to live there. 6, 8, 6, 8. Okay, we have on this line here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing 5, 7, 9. So 5, 7 here. There's a 5 there, so that must be 7, 9. And there's a 7 there, so that must be a 5 or a 9. And now in this box, we're only missing a 3. So that has to be a 3 on the top there. Okay, can we get any other information here? Let's see. Um, 6s. Let's try 7s. Can we get anything else from 7s? 8s. Ah, 8 has to live there. That means 8s have to live here. But because of this 8, that's an 8, which means those are 8s. Okay, which means, look at this. Look at this column. There's 3 things missing. 7, 8, 9. Well, a 9 is here, so neither of these can be a 9. The 9 has to live there. So that means that's a 5, and that means that is a 7. Okay, 5, 5, 5 has to live there. 7s have to be there. That's a 7, 8 combo. Um, anything else to be learned? 9s must live there. 9s must live there. 9s can't be in that column, so a 9 must live there, which means that has to be a 3, which means a 3 has to live there. We're only missing a 2 in this box, and with a 2 there and a 2 there, that must be a 2. The twos must live in the middle there, and twos must live right there. So let's take a look at this column. There's only three squares missing, and what numbers are we missing? We're missing a 1, a 2, and a 7. So there's a 1 there, so that's either a 2 or a 7. There's a 2 there, so that's either a 1 or a 7, and this can be a 1, 2, or a 7. Okay, on this row, we're missing three. What are we missing? A 2, a 6, and an 8. So there's an 8. So that can be a 2 or a 6. This can be, any of those can be 2s, and because of this, okay, that's all we're getting out of that. This column here, we're missing 3, 5, 7, 9. So there's a 9, so that can be a 5 or a 7. That can be a 5, 7, or a 9, and that can be a 7, 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 7 we're missing. There's a 2, so that's a 3 or a 7. That's a 3, so that's a 2 or a 7. Okay, we're making some headway. Let's start back with the ones and see if we can get anything else. Ones are done for now. Twos are done for now. Threes, let's see if we can get any help with the threes. Ah, here we go. That's a 2-3 combo here. So that's 7, 8, 2, 3. So that means this must be a 4, 5 combo. Okay. So now we have every number in this box. We have narrowed down where the two number pairs go, and we also have this box done. We just have to figure out in what order, and so that's perfect. Okay, nines there. Um, let's see, fives. Let's see, eights again. Anything with eights. Seven. Anything with sevens. Oh, here's something I like to do. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Nines. Sixes. Anything with sixes? Nope. Fives. Anything with fives? Nope. Fours. Okay, four must live there. And it could be any of those. Threes. I'm just going to start marking now, I think, because we're getting to the point. I'll just start with at the top with ones. I'm a little bit disjointed right now. I apologize. Let's get everything marked. Two. Okay, twos. Okay, threes. Threes. Oh, that can't be a three. Come on now. Come on, man. Come on, John. You know better than that, bruh. Okay, fours. Fours are all marked. Fives. Are fives all marked? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, they're marked. Oh, look at this. That's the only five in that whole line. There's a five there, 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 and there. So, yeah, that's a five. That means that's a four. That means that's a four. That means that's a four. Okay, things are really starting to work out nicely. Really nicely. Awesome. Okay, let's keep marking. Let's keep finding fives. Fives are done. Sixes, that could be a six. Other than that, sixes are done. Let's go sevens. Sevens. Okay, those can be seven. That could be a seven, or those two could be a seven. Um, look, seven could only live. Oh no, that could be a seven there too. I think I just did that, man. Short-term memory. Okay, eights. Let's go eights. Eights could be in any of those, and that's cool. And then nines. Okay, so now we got to look for some patterns. Anything jumping out at me right off the bat? Let's see. 2, 7, 2, 7. Anything with sevens? Nah, nah, dog. It ain't like that. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, let's start with ones. Twos. Can we rule anything out with twos? I'm looking for rows or columns that only have two in it. Like here or here in this column, or here and here and here in that row. And we're trying to figure out, there's some patterns we're actually looking for to see if we can see anything. Threes, nothing. Fours, fives, sixes, seven. I'd say Sudoku mainly is pattern recognition, honestly. Ah, I see. Look, there's only two sevens here. So that seven goes through. If this was a seven, look what happens. If that's a seven, then that makes this the only seven on that line. And then look, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to put a seven here. So that cannot be a seven. And I will take that away. That's got to be a one. So that's a one, and that's a one. All right, that helped out. That's called a empty rectangle. Those are some of my favorite ones to find. They're easy to find too. Once you get the hang of it, they're pretty easy to spot. Some are not, and that is true too. But that one particularly is, and it takes a while, but you'll get it. Okay. Anything else here? What are we seeing? Ah, look, a seven and a seven is can only go there within this box. So that means this cannot be a seven. So what does that mean? You ask? I don't know. I was hoping you'd tell me. Okay. 3, 8, 2, 7, 2, 7. Hmm. Hmm. Let's try eights. Anything from eights? No. Anything from nines? No. Okay, now let's start doing a little something like this. Let's see. Okay. That was something, but it was nothing. Hope that makes sense, but it probably doesn't. 2, 7, 8, 2, 7, 2, 3. Okay, notice something. 2, 7, 2, 7 can only live there. So that can't be a 2. That's a 3. That's a 2. Excuse me. Um, let's see here. Anything with threes, did that open anything up for us? Not really, did it? 3, 7, 2, 7, 2, 2, 7, 2, 7. So that can't be a 7. That can't be a 7. And this cannot be a 2 because 2, 7 can only live there in that line. So let's see if that did anything. Let's see what about twos. Anything with twos? Not really. And by not really, I mean not at all. Let's see about sevens. Did that clear up anything with sevens? Mm, God, I feel like something's here, but I just don't see it if it is. Oh, no, 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 no. Nope, false alarm. Okay, let's keep looking. 5, 7, 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9. That's a X, Y, Z, but there's nothing in these squares to eliminate, so that will not do the trick. 6, 7, 6, 9. Just looking around, trying to find anything that will help us out. Anything, anything at all. 3, 8, 9, 7, 9, 7, 7. Ah, here we go. 7, 9, 7, 9. If those were both nines, there'd be nowhere for a 9 to go here. So those cannot both be nines. So what square touches both of those right here? So that cannot be a 7. If it were a 7, then that would make both of these nines, and there'd be nowhere for a 9 to go here. So this cannot be a 7. So that means 8, 9, 8, 9. The 7 lives here. 7 here, 7 here, 7 here, 7 here, 7, oop, 7 here. 8s, 6. Now we're just doing the singles, guys. 6, 6, 8, 8. We opened up the puzzle with that little W wing there with 7s at the very end. Okay. So that's it, man. Sometimes it just takes something like, uh-oh, Fresno. Something went awry. Something went awry. Because those can only be, let's see, 3, 5. So if that's a 3, then that's a 5, but there's 5s in both spots. Uh-oh. Okay, sometimes that happens. Let's go back. Let's go back to when I made that a 7. So I made that a 7. So sometimes you just start labeling stuff wrong. So let's call this a 5. 5, which makes that a 9, which makes that a 3, which makes that a 2, which makes that a 3, which makes that a 7, 7, 7, 8. Got a little ahead of myself there. 2. Oh, something's right, not right here. Okay. Let's see. It usually means you're missing a number. So fairly confident that's a 5 and that's a 9. So that would mean this is a 2, 3, 7 combo. So that can still be a 7 here. I think that's our problem. I don't know how that got eliminated. Maybe when I'm not sure, but that could still be a 7. There's nothing stopping that from being a 7. There's actually nothing stopping this from being a 7. Oh, except for 2727. Okay, that's not a 7. Okay, I think that's where our problem was, so I think we're okay. So 3838 in here, so that's a 5. 3838. Oh man, I was all happy. I was starting to get pumped up and it just wasn't the case, was it? That's what happens sometimes. Get ahead of yourself. So, but I think we're back on track. Anything else here? Let's see. God, I was hoping that would really open it up, but it did a little bit, but not much. Um, there's a Y wing, but it's not helpful, so I won't go into it. 373878. There's a W wing, but again, not helpful. 2326. Let's see. 6879. 6779. 69. Let's go. Let's look at sixes. Maybe like this. Nope. It does what we want it to do, but it is not going to help us in this situation. Let's just start looking at the numbers again now that we've cleared a few up. Okay, there's 2s. Nothing with 2s that I can see. If you're yelling at the screen, I apologize if you see something I don't. 6s, no help there. 7s, any help with the 7s? Not that I see jumping out at me right off the bat. What about 8s? There's an X-wing. What about 9s? No, nothing, man. Not a damn thing. Okay, we just gotta start going with the, I'm just looking for where I can find doubles. Like there's 2 7s as far as the eye can see. 2, 2, but nothing here. Um, boom, boom, but that's nothing. Um, 2s, no. There's nothing there. There's 2, 3 7s. 3 there. Let's see what 7s do. 7, 7. Ah, okay, here we go. It's a W wing. 3737. If those were both 7s, there'd be nowhere for 7 to go on this bottom line. because there'd be a 7 here and a 7 here. Let's just do it. Call this a 7 and that a 7, and you'll see there's nowhere on the bottom that a 7 could go. So those cannot both be 7s. So what would make both of these a 7? If this was a 3, that would make both of those squares 7, which they cannot be because there's nowhere to go on the bottom. So that cannot be a 3. This square cannot be a 3. That's an 8. And I think that's going to open us up finally. 8, 8, 8, 7, 7, 7, 6. Okay, then we got our 8s, our 9s. Now we're opened up. So a little snafu there in the middle. That happens to me especially a lot because I am not an expert, like I said, just a enthusiast. But oh no, oh no, oh hell, oh hell. Let's go back again. Ah, every time I think I have the puzzle cracked. Let's see. So that's a 8. So what's missing? 2, 3, 7, right? So have we, this can still, no, it cannot be a 2 because of here, and it can't be a 7, so it's definitely a 3. 2, 7, 2, 7. Let's see, 2, 6, 8, that's definitely a 2. That's definitely a 6. That's definitely an 8, and that's definitely a 6. Okay, that's a 7. That's a 8. 2, 7. So that can still be a 7. That's our problem. For some reason, 7's got eliminated. So 3. That's why I was having a problem finding stuff, I think, because I didn't have everything marked correctly. And that's a problem too. Sometimes you just got to go back and make sure you're all marked right. Um, oops, I put 7 there, but it was a 2. Um, and that's just real world Sudoku, man. 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 6. And there you have it. Sorry about that, guys, but that's really what happens. I did this game in 2 separate days. That's why the time's off there a little bit, but um, that is solved. If you have any questions, you remember in the comments, let me know and give me a timestamp, and I'll go back and we will check out why we marked it the way we did. Thank you.